All right, we're back now. My name is Chris X, and we at our segment, The People For The People. And we're talking about the shooting in Texas, Robb Elementary School shooting yesterday in Yellowville, Texas. An 18-year-old white male killed 18 children and 3 adults. Sadly, the young man that did the killing, he was shot and killed by the police. And it's kind of sad because the young man, I think he got off easy. To me, he got off easy. No justice there, but I just hoping that something will come out of this. And my condolences go out to the families, to the children, and also the 3 adults that got killed. And also remember those in Buffalo, the families, loved ones of the Buffalo 10. How heart really go out to them. I think some of them they already had funerals for. I think they had some on Friday and the weekend. I think they'll have some this week. So man, my heart goes out to the Buffalo 10, the family of the Buffalo 10. We love you, and also the children in your front Texas and the adults down there. So we really, and not only them, but people that has succumbed to gun violence. And it's just so much of this is happening. I was reading during the break. This is probably the most mass shooting, I think, in Texas. If you go back, they had in 2018, a gunman fatally shot 10 people at a Santa Fe high school in Houston. A year before that, 2017, a gunman at a Texas church killed more than 24 people during the Sunday service in a small town of Southern Springs, Texas. And in 2019, another gunman at Walmart in El Paso killed 23 people in a racist attack. Gun violence. What do you do about gun violence? I've never known living in a country where it's so easy for people to get guns and use them to harm innocent people, from children to people of color, blacks, the black masses. I want you to think about that for a moment. The deadliest thing when people can go in churches, in supermarkets, and schools, and just do it and have on a killing spree. That, to me, I don't understand. I really don't understand. This has to stop. Sooner or later, are we gonna continue to do what we've been doing? I heard anything from Black Lives Matter, but again, it doesn't surprise me. And I'm not even going to waste my breath on them. How can we live in a community or a nation where people, it's getting to the spot, it's getting to the place now when people can't go nowhere. I can't go to a supermarket because somebody of another race going to decide, okay, going to wake up one day and plot and say, well, you know what, you're black. No, no, I'm going to kill you because you're different. You don't look like me. You don't sing like me. You don't talk like me. You don't walk like me. You don't spit like me. So I'm just going to take you out. That's I don't understand that. Let me go ahead and kill my grandmother or my grandfather or my parents, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kill me some children. It's mind-boggling to see to what's happening today. So much shooting going on, so much unrest. People have lost their mind, to be honest. Racism is a big problem. Gun control is a big problem. And also mental illness. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about that one. Mental illness is destroying. And a lot of things, and some of these killings, is like either someone is unstable or they had a history. But the problem is, getting back to that young man, Peyton Gridon, who killed the Buffalo 10, had some mental issues. He was in, they locked him up for a day and a half. But he got his hand on a gun. This young man that they killed yesterday, that killed them children in Texas, we don't know anything about him. Well, I read somewhere today online that he was from North Dakota originally. And that's about it. How did they get these guns? 18. Man, when I was 18, man, I was playing basketball and chasing girls. What's an 18-year-old owning a gun? That's something to think about. And you parents out there, and I'm a parent, some of your parents got to really do a better job of monitoring at what your children are watching on the internet, who they're hanging out with, and have conversation with them. If they're having some problems mentally, get them some help. I read somewhere, we still on the topic, the Oxford case, of the Oxford High School shooting. That young man went and killed those students at Oxford High. They had their graduation last week, and it was an emotional one. I read today that the parents of that young man in the Oxford shooting, they feel they're not going to get a fair trial. Well, here's the thing. Why would you say that? Because they probably already know they're already guilty. He was guilty when you gave your son the guns, number one. Number two, he went out there and killed all these kids. And I read too, they were talking about the negativity of the parents of having affairs. And who cares about that? Who gives a darn about who they sleeping with whom? Some lives were lost here. Their son probably spent the rest of his life in prison because the parents wasn't being parents or didn't give him the proper help. Mental illness is a disease, and there's a lot of people out there are really they're really unstable. And I know I read somewhere maybe about a year ago during the pandemic that mental illness is on a rise when the pandemic was going on. Mental illness, domestic violence, so much stuff. And people are just at their end. But it doesn't give you the right to kill children, black people, or people in church. But it still don't give you the right to go and do what you do. We talk about protecting our youth, but we're not doing a good job of that. We talk about black people being young black youth thugs and this, that, and the third, but they won't go out there and kill elderly people, or go to church and kill somebody, or won't go to school and killing children. Would a black person do that? No. Would a black person go into a church and shoot somebody? It has happened. That man that killed Martin Luther King's mother in a shooting in a church at the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta years ago. I remember a black man went to a Burger King in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania. I lived in Pittsburgh at the time. Killed some whites at a Burger King. So it's, I don't know, it's disturbing. We got to do more than just what we're doing. We have to stop this nonsense. And to the politicians out there, you better, whatever your agenda is irrelevant when it comes to children, black people, and elderly people. Them children didn't deserve, and them 3 adults didn't deserve to die. The Buffalo 10 didn't deserve to die. Now, you got two 18-year-old kids, white. One dead. The other one probably will get off because he only charged 1 count of murder. You can't trust the system. Nothing's easy anymore. Stand up and say something. And to the black masses, we got to wake up. Hell, I mean, it's if we can't, what we do now? Where we go from here? There's something to think about. And in closing, I'm going to say this. And in closing, what are you doing as a parent? Honestly, what are you doing as a parent? Because sometimes, if you don't give your children attention, or you spoil them, something negative is going to happen. They either going to go into a depressive state or kill you, then go out and kill everybody else. And blame everybody else for the madness. Their madness and their world. We got to address every issue, from racism to mental illness, gun control. Brother Chris, where do we start at? You know where it starts at? At home. Sit down with your children. Sit down with your wife. Sit down with your husband. Sit down as a family. Have these hard questions. Ask questions. Because see, one day when that young man, Peyton, killed the Buffalo 10, nobody want to talk about it. They might be ashamed that somebody in their family is a racist. Address it. Someone probably having mental issues. Address it. Quit sweeping stuff under the rug and address it. Speak up. Wake up. This is Chris X. Until next time, this is the People for the People. Power to all people.